Hello, hello, beautifuls. I am back. I am back to finish this face and get this head together so I can get out the door. So I can get out the door. Like the day has gone on. I got to drop off this application. We got to go to the library. Okay. My son has a track meet in Fremont. Um, so yep. So we're about to, so I gotta get myself together so I can go ahead and get all this stuff done. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do like a purplish eye look. Okay. I can't remember exactly what I did the last time, but any eye look I do, I always start off with a neutral, like a brown transition color. I always use browns, okay, to start off my eye look. And that's just simply because no matter what skin tone you are, you want to, if you use an eye primer, like I just put on my MAC paint pot. So I put on my MAC paint pot. Now you don't have to use an eye primer. It's all up to you. You can just use some concealer. You don't have to use anything. You can just start with the eyeshadow and just keep it going. But I do start out with a primer, and then I go in with kind of like a skin tone shade, a lighter, whatever, like the lightest brown shade. But whatever your skin tone is, you can just use like a shade that is closest to your skin tone and just build up from there. So I just do that to kind of start off with the even canvas. And then also, like if you are darker skin tone, if you want to make those colors pop more, you would use like an eye primer or a concealer. And then you would also want to start off with those lighter, any type of lighter base, because it'll give that color, it'll give that color a lighter base so that it shows up well. So yeah, so we are going to go ahead and we're going to talk about some shit. We're going to talk about some shit, y'all. We're going to talk about this Wendy Williams and Charlamagne the God and all of that, okay? So everybody knows that Wendy Williams did finally file for divorce from her husband, Kelvin Hunter. And so some things are coming out about Mr. Hunter. Since Wendy did publicly serve him, some people are feeling more comfortable to go ahead and put out their stories and their issues with Mr. Hunter. These people are saying that they were not they don't have a beef with Wendy, and so they did not want to disrespect Wendy or make her feel any type of way, or just put information out there that she may have not known about. So they kind of respected her and kept things closed and behind closed doors. And now since she put out that public divorce, they're like, shit, let me go ahead and get my story out. So that's what they're saying, okay? So we have a guy who he is an artist. He sings R&B, and he does like Brian McKnight and that sort of thing. He like sings just redoes music made by Brian McKnight and some other popular male artists. So yeah, so he's been doing that for a long time. He happened to be on the Wendy Williams show and was given the mic to go ahead and sing, and he let his voice be heard. And from there he was kind of like the conversation was starting to happen uh, on him getting a deal and stuff like that through Wendy's husband. So the conversation was going on. I guess he was reluctant, but his, the girlfriend, the side chick that he has been with over these years, who now has the baby, they were like, I think he was like a roommate or something like that. or however it happened. He was in that circle. And so she is who kind of coerced, or, she is who, kind of got Kelvin to go ahead and sign him, listen to him, and all that sort of thing. Okay, fine. So it has come out that Kelvin had basically sexually harassed this man. He was very vulgar, very demeaning, putting him down all the time, just messing with his pride a little bit. And he eventually, to the point where he did, he got the man to engage in a sexual relationship with him on more than one occasion. It wasn't just one incident. They had a real close situation to where the man showed up at his home one night. And that's how close of a situation they had. There's this condo, this infamous condo that the side chick lived in, he lived in. Kelvin just showed up when he wanted to. I mean, I don't know what is going on with this condo, but it was just the place to be. So anyway, some information has been put out about that. So now that's circulating, that now not only, is he a cheating man with a woman, having another baby and all of that, he's also gay. And so that came out. Okay, so and of course, as that's coming out, because this did happen on Tasha K's platform, Tasha K is digging for more information for who she really has the issue with. Okay, Tasha K really wants Charlamagne the God to go under. Okay, I mean, I think that Tasha really does have a vendetta against Charlamagne the God. And it just shows, because in the second interview with this Avion, when she's asking about Charlamagne the God, and she's asking about, he's telling her, why he feels like he knows the allegations of rape against Charlamagne are not true, were not proven, and that sort of thing, because they didn't happen. The whole thing was set up through Wendy's husband to, cause him flack and that sort of thing. And Wendy's like, I'm so sorry, Wendy. Tasha is like, well, no, because I saw it on Facebook. His family member posted something on Facebook. And, the guy's like, listen, that same cousin is now, begging for Charlamagne's forgiveness, and that sort of thing. So, when you're dealing with people that are in the spotlight, and we see it here all the time on YouTube, there is always somebody who wants to be in your shoes. Even with Tasha K, there's people who they just want their name to be what's buzzing around. You know what I'm saying? And so, when you have a little bit of clout, your name is floating around, your name does hold some weight, people do, they will come after you, and I feel like Charlamagne is definitely one of those people. He has built himself up, and that sort of thing. I don't think there's no DNA. Okay. Like he said, there's no DNA. Number one, the girl took a rape kit. There is none of his DNA. But not only that, it's like you got somebody right there telling you, like, I heard this person, basically setting up the story. I heard them, and then every time something comes out, Tasha said, like, when her name pops up on the channel, here she comes, she'll pop up. And Tasha told her, like, we've been going back and forth, if you want to come on or whatever. But the girl won't even come on, won't even anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what basis do you really have other than you just want it to be true, to say that this man has raped someone or, is a child predator or anything like that. So I mean, I really can't agree with Tasha on that. I definitely feel like she has some type of vendetta against Charlemagne to where, she wants this shit to be true. She wants this to come out against him. And that's just what I feel. So, I mean, but that's my opinion as well. She has not said that, but it's just like Tasha can get some information or she can make some stuff sound good and get the people's attention. But by a long shot, do I trust her sources? By a long shot, do I trust her information? Because when she is put on the spot, when she is asked those questions, she really doesn't have any good answer. You're putting this man's life and career and everything on the line based on a Facebook post. You know what I'm saying? And just based on somebody saying something who won't even come and defend themselves, they'll secretly, inbox you or direct message you, but won't come out and say anything. It's just like that's not credible at all. That's not credible at all. And no. You know what I'm saying? So I can't get down with that. There's no hard facts other than, so I just feel like she has something against Charlemagne to where she wants this shit to be true. But it is what it is. And so, the rape allegations didn't pan out. So now it's like Charlemagne is supposed to have a sexual relationship with Wendy. And that is the reason that Kelvin Hunter and his mistress have a issue with Charlemagne. So, I mean, that would definitely be a reason for him to not like him, if it's true. But again, what facts do you have? Like Charlemagne said, 10 years ago when there was no texting back then, not no 10 years ago, him and Wendy was not texting because they said something about a phone being open and messages being exposed or whatever. Kelvin seeing some messages, and it's just like, dude, you've been cheating way longer, all these damn years. I mean, really, how can you be mad at him doing anything with your wife if he did? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But he did say that he is not sure about the gay allegations against Kelvin. But I think that Tasha K has some vendetta against Charlemagne, and I don't know what it is, but it was definitely proven in that second interview that she does not have any hard facts about that rape. She doesn't have any hard facts about that rape, and that is very disturbing to me because I don't care. Her platform is big. You have 500,000 followers, over that, and you're exposing information that you don't have any proof on. Not once but twice. You feel what I'm saying? Because the rape stuff didn't work out, and now here you are accusing him of having a relationship with Wendy, a sexual relationship with Wendy, with no facts. Just hope and prayers, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Just hope and prayers. You just hoping that this shit is true and something is going to come out about Charlemagne. And I just would really like to know what is her vendetta against him. But anyway, so Charlemagne did respond. He did say that no, him and Wendy have not had sex. And to be all the way honest, Charlemagne didn't sound all too confident in his answer either, but he just kind of was like, nah, man, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of this shit is true because they were talking about multiple things that were said in that interview. And so, yeah, Yeah, so I don't know, y'all. You tell me what you think. Do you think that Tasha K has, you have to admit that, she gets good information. She has good ideas for stories and stuff like that. But, at the end of the day, it's about the proof. It's like what backs up what you're putting out here to the world. That means something, you know? Like, to just be putting random stuff out here to the world, that's not cool when you fucking with people's lives. Charlemagne is married. He has children. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, whatever happened, it's like, this is shit that happened, 10, 15 years ago. It's like, what the fuck was you doing 10 or 15 years ago? Would you like that shit to come out and people be, your husband and your daughter and everybody be looking at it or get to see it later on? Because, her daughter, she says she keeps her off of social media now, but it's like, at one point she is going to see the stuff. And I guess she's probably just like, well, she'll be old enough to, whatever, have her own mind and stuff then. But it's just like, still, who the fuck wants to see anything about their parent out here online? So especially when your parent is a public person. So y'all know I've been fucking with these eyebrows lately. They was decent. They was good yesterday. But anyway, so let's get into this eye look. So yeah, y'all, I can't get down with Tasha. Every time I try to go back and watch her stuff, and of course, I'm going to go watch this stuff about Wendy Williams. So it's like, you ain't feeling somebody, don't watch them. Just like with the R. Kelly thing, she had the parents and, whatever. I went to go watch that. I was on Armand's channel and some girl was like, oh, you playing both sides. I'm not playing both sides of nothing. Like that one time when I said, oh, I watched the R. Kelly thing and I was like, oh, Tasha K trying to make a comeback because she hadn't made videos in so long. That's why I said that. Not saying that I'm rocking with her or any of that. So people, I swear, people will take stuff and just really like run it into the ground. Like you don't even mean that, it's a title, it's a title. Did you even watch the fucking video? You couldn't have. And I'm talking about Armand on that because he was like, oh, I seen you did a video, Tasha K something. But did you watch the video? No, you must not have watched it. You looked at the title. And you know how this stuff go. You do titles all the time. So, anyway, I love Armand. I love him and his come up. And, it ain't nothing against Armand. It's just, I'm just making a point that, people don't check into stuff before they like speak on something. And then you got somebody in the comment section co-signing just because he said that. And it's like, I was stuck. Like, well, did you watch the video? No. Yeah, I did say she making a comeback or whatever. I said, here she goes. She on her shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so we gonna go into these shades. I'm gonna do this shade right here, and then I'm gonna go into the little darker one. And we're just gonna run that all over the lid. We go into the lighter one first. And you can get any light shade. It don't really matter as far as these shadows go because you're just putting this no precise place and you just want it all over the lid, and it's nothing that's gonna show up if it blends bad or anything. You're just setting the pace. You're just setting the little base, okay? So looking into my mirror over here, and because you have that concealer or primer on, you want to pat it on first, and then when it's all over, then you can kind of just sweep back and forth once it's smoothed out and you got that soft base. So what else? So now we're going to go into the darker one, and this is just kind of like an angled blending brush because it'll go like right into that crease, right over that lid, and just right where you want it to go. So Yeah, y'all. Y'all, Nicole Tyler, she is something else, y'all. She called into Miss Olivia's chat, okay? And I know it's split decision on her too. Some people like her, some people don't. Now if y'all want to say somebody is a flip flopper, Nicole goes whichever way the wind blows, and she don't act like she don't. So I ain't mad at her. You know what I'm saying? But y'all see how that color is just building up, and we just do a couple different swipes. You know, we just go back and forth on each eye, and you just want the tone to be the same. So that's about the same. You see? You see? All right, but yeah, so she, what am I talking about? Nicole, what am I talking about? Nicole will go whichever way the wind blows. Now we're going to go in with this very, very light pink shade. And again, we're just building this color up. And honestly, like that darker brown I did, you can skip over that. You could just do like a real light shade. Like I got it in this palette too, that. And then we go to the pink. So it's whatever you like, whatever you like. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm just sweeping this over the top of them browns. So, she calls into Miss Olivia's chat. Miss Olivia was doing a call-in this morning regarding the 7 stars and D. Ramsey thing. Okay, so, she's doing a call-in. Nicole calls in. And I mean, she just off the bat. I just want to tell y'all, me and Olivia don't like each other. And it's just like, why you got to start shit off like that? Like, what was the purpose in that? What was the purpose? It's just like, just call in, just say what you got to say. You don't got to go into all that extra stuff. So then it kind of really started off fucked up because it was like, now you got Miss Olivia right on the defense. Now she ready for, you know, to come back. And, you know, she had to come back and had to shut her down. And then now you got Miss Nicole's like, okay, yes, ma'am. You know, and she's talking about yes, ma'am, and Nicole is about the same age as Miss Olivia, so it's like, how you calling her ma'am? Y'all the same age, but anyway, whatever. So you see, I just built up that pink. You can do another little swipe if you want, you know, just to make sure that pink color shows through behind those purples. So anyway, y'all, yeah, so Nicole, she calls in, and I mean, I agreed with what she said, but it's just how it started off. And then she goes over to Sean's chat. Once she hangs up, this is the Physicians Formula, the butter, one of the butter palettes, and it smells like that good tropical. But anyway, so yeah, she goes over to Sean's chat, and the first thing she said is, Olivia is crazy. Like, girl, you the one called in. What is wrong? That you see how shit gets started? That's exactly how shit gets started. Like, you the one called into that lady's platform talking about how y'all don't like each other. And you know what I'm saying? And then goes off to say she don't like you and all that. Just all of that extra stuff that didn't need to be said. It's just like, call in, hello, good morning, whatever you was gonna say, and go off into what you was gonna say, and that be it. Like, all the extra shit didn't need to even be said at all, period. But and then you go to somebody else's platform and call her crazy like she did something to you. She didn't do nothing to you. She just defended her platform. And then you're going to get smart and say, well, I was saying I was addressing the chat. If you addressing the chat on my channel, you're addressing me. So what do you mean? That's the same thing with her. Like, if somebody called into her platform and I'm talking to the chat, well, this is my chat. She, you know, that she would feel the same way. So it's just like, girl, and then you're gonna go to somebody else's platform, you know what I'm saying, and tell people that she's crazy, who it could be people over there who've never even watched her before listening to you. Like, that shit is crazy. No, you're crazy because you called in with the bullshit, you know what I'm saying, and I guess you thought nobody was gonna say nothing, like she was just gonna let it fly. Like, no. Like, that's crazy. You know, just call in and say what the fuck you got to say and stop trying to start shit everywhere you go. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is this light purple shade. Okay. So honestly, like if you got this palette, Gina, who asked me to do a purple eye look, you can get this Physicians Formula palette, and it has some beautiful neutrals in here, but it has those purples too. So because we got the transition, we got the pinky, and there's a darker brown down, you know, like there's some browns or whatever, but really you don't need to build up all them browns. You can just use like a transition. Really, you could use the pink as your transition if you want it. Like if you're a darker skin tone, you can do like a concealer base, or do an eye primer, and then you can use that pink as your first transition, and that color will show up real nice. So anyway, we're going to go on to that purpley shade, and we're not going to go just all up there where we went. We're going to go more lower down into the crease, because now we're going to layer up the actual colors. And I am using like a smaller angled blending brush, so I can get right into that crease. And then you want to go right into the crease, okay? And you see, we're just a little bit lower, so the transition shade will show a little bit behind there. And you can just like pat and then blend over, and you're just blending from one corner to the next, right into the crease. Okay, and then you can just take a little bit more, tap, tap. And now I'm just like really just patting that color down, because I don't want to really blend it away. I want it to stick. And these shadows are powdery a little bit, so not a little bit, they are powdery, see? So it is what it is. You just tap in there, you blend a little bit off. You can see I got not really any fallout, but so you see that color, you see how it's like in the crease. It's out here on the outer edge, and that's cool, because we're gonna smoke it out, smoke the lower lash line out a little bit anyway, so we want that on the outer V right there. Okay, and then so what you want to do after that, you want to take your first brush, and you just want to, and you don't got to put any more product, but you're just going to go over the top of that, because you don't want to lose your pinky color. Okay, so you just want to go around the edge of the purple and just blend out those edges, because you don't want any harsh lines. So you just want to go around, because you want it to be blended. You don't want it to be like bam, bam, you know? Okay. All right. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and do the other eye. So yeah, y'all. Nicole is crazy. She crazy. So I'm going over to other people's platform, calling Miss Olivia crazy, and she ain't even did nothing to her. Like, girl. Nicole she's just one of those people, she want to just over talk you. But people do be calling into Nicole's platform and just try to over talk her. I will say that. And again, we are just going to pat from one side to the other. Y'all, today is my daddy's birthday. And he's sitting right over there in that bag that says believe. I moved around so much. He's just in the bag, ready to go. Ready to go from whenever I'm ready, you know. But yeah, I have been looking at apartments, because I don't want anything to happen where, because my lease is up in August, so you know I gotta let them know by July what I'm doing, and we're really only a couple months away. And with work and everything, I have put in an application. I've been, you know, just looking at apartments and stuff, and my son, he was cool. He's like, I don't care, you know. And of course I don't want to move again, but I've moved a lot in the last few years, y'all. I stayed in the same home for 10 years. And 10 years? 10 years? No, 8 years. 8 years, I think. Let me see. From 04 to 12, so maybe 7 and a, how old was my son? That would be 8 years. Oh, was that 13? That was 13. So, yep, 9 years then. I think yeah, because it was in December when we moved in, so it would have just hit 9 years that I lived in the same home. And then, you know, like that was the year that my dad passed away in 2012. And yeah, so anyway. All right, so we're going to close up that palette for a minute, and then we are going to go and get us a darker purple, okay? And let me just, okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, so now we're going to go into this shade right here, and this is the ColourPop Sweet Nothings palette. ColourPop is amazing, okay? I love ColourPop. Their eyeshadows are very, very high quality. Their shimmers are everything. Their mattes are everything. They always have very nice colors. Very great prices. Great prices. I'm talking about lipsticks, $6 and $7. They always got things on sale. I have this beautiful Super Shock in my daily drawer. I haven't did the blue look yet, but this is one of their Super Shock shadows. You see a whole shadow for $5. Big old, you know, you see I dipped it in a few. I mean, beautiful. This is beautiful, y'all. I want to do a look with this. That's why I got it in my everyday drawer so I can use it. So yeah, so we'll do a look with this, but I mean, you can get these or just whatever. Their palettes are amazing. $12 and $16 palettes, and they always got like good 20% offs and stuff like that. They may have a sale now going, I'm not sure, but anyway, I love ColourPop, y'all. I love ColourPop. Okay, so we are gonna go into this. Oh, yeah, I did not know that was missing. Where'd that go? Anyway, we're going to go into that dark purple right there so we can put it in the crease. And we're going to use this dome-shaped brush. It's very precise, and bam, it goes right there where you want it to go. Okay, this is the bigger one though, or the smaller one upstairs. That's cool. That's cool. We can work with it. Okay, so we're just going to dab, dab, tap, tap. We're going to go right there. Okay, right there on that corner. Right there on that corner, and you see I'm just patting. I'm just patting up and into the crease. Up and into the crease, okay? I'm not blending back and forth. I'm just patting up and into the crease. I'm going to grab some more, just do one little tap. And we're just building up that purple intensity. And I'm not going all the way over to the inner corner. I'm just going from the outer V and just over to about the middle, maybe a little over the middle, but you see, and we're just gonna go in one more time and just tap it right there on the outer edge. Okay, right there on the outer edge, not even going up into the crease anymore. Let's do the other eye. So yeah, y'all, I got an Edmonds Louisiana crunch cake in there. I had a piece this morning. That was his favorite. I was like, Daddy, if you see how little they make this cake now, they ain't make the price little, but the cake littler now. Oh, shoot. I miss my daddy, y'all. I miss him. It's been 6 years, 6.5 years now, and well, almost, but anyway. It's like, you know, I'm thinking like I was 34. My daddy was here, I would have never failed. I would have been completed all my goals. But you know what? I am, and now I'm just going over the outer edge of that color, and you just want to blend out that outer edge. You don't want any harsh lines, okay? Every time you put down, and you don't want to blend the color away, you just want to blend right on the edge. But, you know, you can't hold on to shit forever. You feel me? So it's like I have to, and I know what I got to do now. And that's why I was going to get that application yesterday. And that's why I'm talking about moving, because I'm like, at some point, sometimes you got to go back. Sometimes you got to go back to where you were. Go back to where you lost it at. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to go back to where you lost it at. Pick it back up and start moving forward again. And that's what I'm thinking right now, because I'm too talented. Like, my friend stopped over yesterday and he's like, so you can do lashes. He was sitting here watching me do my makeup. You can do makeup. You're on YouTube. You can do nails. This is a set of acrylic nails. You can do all it, but you know, you need license to do nails. License takes money. Here in Ohio, you cannot, unless you're going to like for hair and for everything, you can't get any financial aid. Which, nail school isn't that much. And I did start it when I was managing a salon, because that's a whole nother story. I'm going to tell y'all a story time about that. But, anyway, so let me see. What we're going to do now. So now we're going to go to a shimmer. Okay. So we got our purples built up. So are we going to do what kind of shimmer are we going to do? Are we going to do this light pink, pinkish gold? Let me just see. Let me just swatch a couple and see what we want to do. So yeah, sometimes you have to go back to where you were doing well at. Go back to, you know, what you were doing then. And you got to pick it back up and you know, get back on and move forward. And that's where I'm at now, you know. And so I'm not scared to say that. I'm not ashamed to say that. I don't feel any type of way if I got to go back to a certain time of my life, because when I think back, I'm like, damn, I just want to just be there again, you know, and just be happy, and it's just all about the basics. You know what I'm saying? You really don't understand taking advantage of the basics until it becomes hard for you to provide the basics. Okay? And everybody's not going to go through that. And some people will look at me and be like, you know, you should be here and there, and you're great at business, and you're good with people, and you know how to do this and know how to do that, and da 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 da. And it's just like, and you're too beautiful to, that don't pay the bills. Okay? When you fuck up with them people downtown, and once you're in the system, I can relate to these men out here that end up in the system. They fuck up, they do shit, they want that fast money, blah, 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 whatever. And then they get caught up, and now they got a number, or, you know, now they got a record, and they can't get a job, and they go back to that life. And I understand all of that. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm not saying any of that. It can be 10 years. You know, they say this 7-year thing. That 7-year shit don't matter no more. It don't matter with credit. It don't matter with your record. It doesn't matter with anything anymore. You know, people don't look at the time frame. They just look that is there. They just look at that as there. Y'all, I don't know what color to go. I kind of want to do like a little cut crease, but I'm not. But I'm going to do like a little half a dome. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's where we are so far. Okay. Nice blended colors. What you want to do, hun, when you are putting on eyeshadow, you want to build up your color. You don't want to rush. Okay. So if you really want like a decent eye look, and you don't have to wear face makeup to, like, you see this face makeup, it just looks, and that's just that stick foundation. Get you one of them or something that's easy to blend in real quick, because all the other stuff really doesn't take that much time. It's like stuff like this, if you really want something, you know. And then too, you can do like a quick 1-2 step. You know, you can do like a quick brown and a nice gold, or you know, just a nice back color, and then any type of back color and a shimmer color. You can do that, a quick 1-2 step. This is how many shadows did we use? We used a lot. We used 5 shadows, I think. We used brown, pink, light purple, and dark purple. So yeah, we used 5, and now we're gonna use a glitter, so, or a shimmer. So yeah, so those 6 colors, half of those you could really cut out. Like I said, you can just use like the quick transition. You don't even have to do that. Like say when you're doing your, you put the concealer over, you can just do like whatever face powder. You can just pat that over that to set the concealer. And then you can just go in with your eyeshadow and just go in with, you know, if you just want to use that pinky shade. And then the little light purple and then the darker purple. There you go. And you want to, I love shimmer. I think eyeshadow is shimmer for me. You know, really, if I could just dust some little glitter over my eye, that's good enough for me. But, you know, you just want that little matte shade and make it look nice. So that's just a couple tips. So this is how I'm doing it. But just so you know, and maybe we can do like a tutorial where we just do like a 5-minute eye look, like strictly just the eye look, 5 minutes. Okay. And we will do that. Maybe we can do that. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow we're doing Second Win Wednesday, and I got an appointment tomorrow, so Thursday. But I got a surprise for y'all in a minute, so I'm gonna hurry up and get this done because y'all gonna sit with me while I do my hair. I'm with y'all today. We gonna vlog, we gonna do all of that. Y'all can go to the library with me. So we gonna get some stuff done today, but let's get something on our face first. The whole fucking day gonna go by and we ain't gonna do shit. And I'm on here telling y'all how to get y'all life, and I'm not getting my life. So let's get it, okay? Let me get me a little bit of concealer. Just because I want to be a little bit extra. And so I just got me a little bit of concealer, and I'm going to just get like a little bitty, what's this? I think did I put some, okay. All right, and we got this little tiny precise brush, and we are going to just dab the concealer from the corner. And this is just because, like I said, concealer makes the eyeshadows pop, okay? You want the eyeshadow to pop. You know, it ain't no point in putting on no damn glitter if it ain't shining, if ain't nobody gonna see it. And so we are really just, and this is not very precise at all, okay? I'm not doing a cut crease. I'm literally just putting a little bit of concealer on my eyelid because I just want that glitter to pop a little bit more. There we go. Okay. We're putting it down in that inner corner, and we are going to just sharpen up that edge just a little bit. And tap, tap, tap. And all we're doing is tap, tap, tapping. Okay. All right. Y'all, I'm scared to go to the dentist. I canceled my appointment. I'm scared, y'all. Okay, so I'm holding my eye like this because you don't want it to crease, okay? So we're going to go in right here, and we're going to go in with this pinky, purpley, gold. Yeah, or should we? We're going to go in with this one right here. Is that more pink? Let's just go in with this one. It's lighter. We're going to go on with this one, and then we can put this on the inner corner. Okay. So I'm going. See how this has like a a very light transition shade. Okay. But anyway, we're going to go on with this over the concealer, and then we'll go on with this in the inner corner. Okay, cool. Cool. We got it. Okay. So we're holding our eye like that. We're going to tap, tap, tap our brush. And we are going boom right over. And we're just patting, we're not blending. And you just want to keep going in. Patting, not blending. Ooh. See how that makes that show up? Y'all see? And now because it's like so collected in the corner, I am pressing down hard in the corner, blending that out. And now I'm just tapping and kind of just dragging it. Okay. And you basically just play with it to position it the way you like. Okay, I'm going over the edges and, all right. You see that? Okay, now I'm going to go in a little bit more. A little bit more higher. And now I'm just dragging that. And I'm pulling down on my eyelid just to blend it. Make sure it's blended. Okay, all right, and then let me just go back over. So now I'm going to go back into this dark shade, and we're going to, because you don't want that, you see how that's harsh right there? No, you don't want that, okay? You want it to be seamless, okay? So we're gonna go right over that, and you know, you're tapping, you see that? How we went over that line? And you're not really going up that far. You're just basically, you want to blend that out. You just kind of tap over where the two colors meet. Okay. And then what you do is you tap over the middle. So we're going to do this one right here. Or no. We're going to do this one right here because that's darker. And you're just going to take your finger. Okay. And you just tap right over where those colors meet. And you kind of just push it back and forth. All right. You see that, how it's blended? You see how it's blended? Okay. And then we're going to go in with this lighter shade right here. And we're going in that inner corner. And really, you could just go doop and just pop it in there. I just like to drag it a little bit back because I like for everything to be blended. So I always want to drag it into whatever the next color is. All right. And you just want to keep on playing with it until it's where you like it to be. All right. Okay. 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 All right. Okay, next eye. Next eye. So, what else is going on out here in these streets? Tasha K. Who else? Tasha K, Charlemagne. What else? Who else? What else? I mean, I just feel like Tasha K's interviewing skills are off. Like, I just feel like, oh, let me tell y'all something real quick. Forget Tasha K, because she gonna do what she gonna do. But let me tell y'all something real quick about, you know, putting people's records out here. You know, and people having a record. And I'm speaking on this because I told y'all I have one, okay? It's one thing for a person, you know, person is not a business person. They not, I tell y'all to watch people and how they expose themselves, okay? They expose what their real motives are, okay? And Miss VS Susie over there, she, with this whole situation, has exposed what her real motive is. And it's to, like I said, if she don't have content, she's going to make content. Okay? And that's okay, because that's what you're supposed to do as a content creator, right? You create content. But it goes into what I was speaking about in my earlier video about down talking people, or, you know, you want to, you know, because you're at, you know, you probably made it over the plateau in your life. You've made it over, you know, your struggles, and, you know, you're somewhere where you're at a happy place, or whatever struggles you entailed, you made it past that, you know, and another person has not yet made it there. Or maybe they have, but maybe they have had some past issues, did some things in the past, and people feel the need to put that information out there. But it's like, for what? For what reason? To force somebody into giving you your way? I mean, I don't agree with how that lady do business, but what I will say is she said that she had a hard life. She said she's been out here in these streets. She said all of that. You know what I'm saying? You can't out somebody that's outed themselves. That's like somebody goes and looks up my background and says, you know, April got a felony. April had a DUI. But when was it? How long ago was it? You know, and not only how long ago was it, it don't matter if it was yesterday. It's like, who are you? Because, you know, people, there's plenty of people out here who have drinks and drive home. There's plenty of people who, you know, they probably walked out the store and didn't pay for something and didn't go back and take it in. It's people who scam and scheme all the damn time to get their way. But because you don't have any charges for it, because you didn't get caught doing it, makes you better or makes you worthy of putting somebody else's information out there. I'm almost positive there's somebody on here who was speeding and didn't get caught by the police. But you will look up somebody's traffic record and be like, ooh, they got a record. There's plenty of people who go out to eat or go out anywhere, go to a concert, go to a show, just go to the bar and went and drove. But what? Because you didn't get pulled over, you didn't get a charge, you're better than the next person who did? I just don't get down with that. I don't get down with it. What I'm doing right now is I'm taking this little tiny brush and I am going with that darker color into the crease to create that dimension. And a lot of times when you're doing this, when you are going, layering up your colors, a lot of times you will have to go back over, you know, to get those colors to show up again, because you you lose them as you're blending and that sort of thing. So if you find yourself like going over or dipping back into a color that you got, or you blended too hard and now you're going back in, don't feel any kind of way. That's how it goes. And you just want both eyes to look the same. So there we go. Like, I don't know. I think that other purple just totally just... So yeah, so I mean, I just don't agree with that. I think it is a scare tactic. You know, blackmail, whatever you want to call it. Okay, y'all, so look. So here we are. So we have our purples. Okay. And it's all about, so, you know, you just, and honestly, all of that brushes, all of that stuff, like, we could have really just stopped. I made it more difficult, so excuse me. Look at my arms. But I made it more difficult, okay? So I do apologize for that. Putting on the concealer and all of that stuff, really, it was just an extra step that I didn't even have to do because I went over all of that, okay? When you're trying to do like a defined cut crease, do that, okay? I was just doing something to see how that, it would have made that pink pop, which it did, but I went in with the other colors too, so that step was just too much. So honestly, like, you know, where we stopped at with our mattes, we could just take a finger in our whatever glitter you chose, you know, purple and golds are good, or any of those pinky purple shades. And, you know, you just go over your lid in that open space that we had and put you a little highlight in the inner corner, and that's it. Okay? So just to simplify that a little bit better. And so I do apologize if that seemed a little bit difficult at the end. I got to talking, and y'all know I'll get to talking and just forget that I'm even showing anybody anything. So anyway, yeah, because this is getting way long. So I'm going to get off of here because I don't want it to go away and then I'll be mad. So y'all will see. So now I'm just going to do some eyeliner and I'm going to do my face and my bronzer and stuff. This was mainly to show you the purple eye look and how to blend those eyeshadows. So if you have any other questions, or just let me know, post a picture or something like that. Let me know, email me a picture and let me know how you did, Miss Gina. The rest of y'all, I will see y'all in a minute. I have a great, great surprise.